most of them are women. And recently, during the LANOS, the law on non-government organizations, that the government try to limit the gap and limit the space of the civil society in Cambodia. Women also come out and protest for that. Last year, the voice of the women did not be heard from the National Assembly. And from the National Assembly, we also have a very small amount of women in this way. And from recently, in early of this year, during the arrest of the activists, 5 activists from human rights, that we did a campaign yesterday and today. Most of the women who are going out to the street to bring out the protest, all those are women. And they are very non-violent. So mostly women are working on that. But they will not, mostly are grassroots people, women, they protest and they try to raise their voice to support different human rights organizations who was arrested. And recently also in June 10th, that one of our analysis, Dr. Randall was to that because of he speak the truth about the situation in Cambodia, about the land conflicts, about the border conflicts, about the governance in our society, about the taxation, about many things that he emphasized. He wasn't together. And with this, that most of the women who make a campaign. So when we try to do a campaign on a Black Monday, so every Monday, women or different civil society wears a black shirt to say against the government to find a justice for these people. And the Prime Minister also announced that if the government know any organization who are printed black t-shirt for the black campaigns, Black Monday campaigns, they arrest. And if any shop or any company who receive print the black shirt for the Black Monday, they also arrest. But this week still women from the community still use a black shirt for a Black Monday campaign. So the women are very brave in this situation and they really ask to protest for the strengthening and the strictly of the government. Yeah. And as the women's wives of the family after the death of her husband, now the women also are victims because the government tried to investigate all related family, so they are in trouble. And most of activists in Cambodia who are very active in supporting those family, those women, they also under the stress. Yes, regarding to women, as I mentioned, that is conjugate that brings about the reconciliation between the former kings and the Prime Minister together to have a peace agreement so that our country become a kingdom of Cambodia. And she never had, how to say, like appreciation from the government. But recently, we got a award from the French government. Yeah, most of the activity that, like on land grabbing or natural resources, we found out that women have come out to the street and say, propose to the government who respects the human rights and the women in the societies. So in my recommendation regarding the topic, we should have like the awareness and strengthen women participation in all events, even from the grassroots level in our societies. Yeah. Nourish leadership potential in girls, provide forum for women discussion and meeting, protect and advocate for women's rights, accept women's voice in decision making, financial support women through SDG implementation, and space to freedom of expression and exercise for women, strengthen human rights and immunities, and find out the perpetrator. Because most of the activists who are dead since 1993 until now, almost 100 activists was into death and cannot find out any perpetrator of this. Increasing participation in peace process, establish advisory groups, dedicated gender advisor, create opportunities for CSO to dialogues and decision making, guarantees equitable funds for the peace process among women, offer negotiating team strategy for women, increasing participation in government, demand women inclusive transitional institutions for constitutional provision that guarantee women participation, establish election mechanism that advance women representation. Regarding to this point, Ms. Bongjigat also applied because we will have a commune election in June 2017 and national election in July 2018. And with that election, Ms. Bongjigat, who are very active in human rights activities, she also applied for that post in as a representative for one of women to the national committee groups. But somehow, after she applied, there is very restriction for her. Example, like she has two nationality, French and Cambodian, and they try to catch her board, and they do not allow her to stand for this committee, and so she was out of the committee. So we see that the voice of women in the national committee, election committees was picking out voice of the women from them. The last point is support electoral system that require voter to select the male and female candidate in the polls. So to ASEANs, demand support and collaborate from ASEAN and other powerful international community for women participation, particularly in terms of capacity development, exchange of experience, best practice and information sharing, and particularly ensuring the implementation of women participation in policy development.